Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the BBO NYG Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Jules. That's Vin. John is, I don't know, stuck in a vent somewhere. Maybe he'll be on, maybe he won't. But, or maybe just jumped off the fucking GW bridge or whatever. Couldn't take the loss the other day. Guys, I don't know if I can support Daniel Jones anymore. I'll come out and say it. I'll lead it off. What killed me, what drove me insane, absolutely nuts, was throwing that first interception on that drive, getting close to the end zone. I mean, I think we all shouted on the group text, like, take the effing sack. You know, what are we doing here? And then right there was just like, it was all downhill for the offense. I get they were shorthanded, you know, no neighbors, no running back, but I really can't, I just can't make any more excuses up, you know? So, I mean,
you know what it is? It's weird. It's like as soon as he loses a weapon in neighbors, obviously, right? And I don't know what happened in the fucking Seattle game. Like, I think just because everything was clicking, so things just went right. So there was no panic mode. There was no anything. But
he was on the road. He was on the road. He was on the road. He does better.
He was on the road. Yeah, right. Because he can't play in fucking MetLife for whatever reason.
It's too windy.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck it is, right? Like the guy fucking can't throw a touchdown pass to save his life in MetLife, but fucking can go look like fucking Peyton Manning when he's on the road. But whatever.
He hates the wind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, right? So he's a West Coast guy, I guess. You know what I mean? Put him on fucking LA, Seattle, he'll fucking kill it there.
In a dome.
Like, you know, like he literally does that interception, like you mentioned, right? Which was just a fucking bonehead, made no sense. I don't understand what he was trying to do. He actually missed the read because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Tracy was open in the flat right away on that play. It was either that one or it was one of the ones later that he fucked up on as well. And then he just all of a sudden just regresses and goes into Daniel Jones on fucking, 2022 or 2021, half season or whatever the fuck it is. Like, he just goes backwards and he plays that way the rest of the game. Like, there was so many times that literally on fourth down, we're going for it. Holy shit, we're putting the game on the line. And he's forcing it to just one receiver. Instead of saying, okay, it's fourth down. I only need 3 yards. Let me approach it like it's 2nd and 3 or it's 3rd and 3. Instead, he puts so much extra pressure where it's like, Gary Slayton, no, okay, yeah, all right, fuck everyone else on the team. And, he just becomes too one-dimensional, and I don't understand why he does that. There's just no explanation for it. He gets in his own fucking head, and he just fucking digresses. And that's exactly what we saw on Sunday. That's part of the reason why we lost.
Yeah, I think Dan Jones he's not an anomaly. He's not hard to figure out. He is what the NFL wants. He's an average quarterback who wins some games that surprise you. He's just kind of he's in his own head. The play calling, I still think, is rather interesting on 3rd and 4th downs from Dable. His execution, like Jules said, is not really good. Daniel Jones is going to give you a Seattle game where he's going to draw you into maybe, he's been playing mistake-free. He hasn't been winning these games, and that's what I want. I want to win. I'm sick and tired of us losing. And I thought every opportunity was given to us in this game. I thought the defense I had a feeling Ojulari is going to show up and be better and be a disruptor. And he was. Burns had his best game, getting better and better. Dexter was Dexter. The line was protecting the line. That might have been even better than Seattle's game. Jones had time.
Not really that game.
Kidding. There was a few leaks, but what was it because of Andrew Thomas being hurt and that he was playing through an injury?
Well, Hendrickson was getting after it.
There's so much we're gonna dive
PJ Hill.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Well, PJ Hill. I love PJ Hill.
You look like fucking Aaron Donald the other night.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
I never seen anything like that before.
Daniel Jones, he's the sole, or I should say the primary reason to why we lost that game. And he's been the primary reason why we lost a few games this year. It really falls on him. And then, don't even get me started on the kicker. I've seen nothing all week on us working out another kicker. Are we just going to keep rolling with Joseph? Is Gano coming back? What is going on here? We're just going to keep rolling this guy out there and losing games because we don't have a adequate kicker? What are we? It's ridiculous. The team is.
And look, you know
gonna
what?
get
As much as it was Daniel Jones's fault, and it was, right? I'm not trying to defend him. I'm not trying to sit here and say that like he had a good game or any bullshit like that. He did run well, but other than that, like there was definitely a lot of questionable reads, forced passes, not reading, not catching the right,
Third
the
and
right
fourth down,
receivers, all those kind of things. But bro, we also lost this game because of fucking kicking again. Don't forget, we lost to the Redskins after scoring 3 fucking touchdowns. 3. And we couldn't kick an extra fucking point. You kick an extra point, it's a tie fucking game. We don't have to go for it on 4th down when Davis drops the fucking pass. I know I said it after that week, and I'm saying it again because that's the fucking truth. You kick a 30, 40-something yard field goal, you go up 3, you put all the fucking pressure on Washington, you have to come down the field now and fucking tie. But we didn't do that. We weren't in that situation again because of fucking kicking, right? Dallas, there was times we went for it on 4th down. Why? Because we couldn't fucking kick a field goal. Against Cincinnati, couldn't kick a fucking field goal. Missing from 52, missing from 47. You know what, Mike? I know you mentioned at the end of that game on Sunday, you were like, yo, why did we even try to kick that field goal? I'm fucking glad we did because it showed everybody that we don't even have the ability to. Most of these fucking guys, you see them, we play against it. These guys are hitting fucking 58 yards, 60 yards. They're fucking nailing these field goals, except for like on a Monday night, like we just saw at the Meadowlands with the Bills and the Jets, because it was fucking in severe wind and shit was blowing everywhere. Fine, that's an exception. But then in regular conditions, we're not fucking doing anything. And you have these fucking teams that can go down there and they can get within a 50-yard field goal and they nail it.
Nail it every time.
Yards, they're nailing that shit. There's 3 fucking points that we can't get. And that's killing this offense. It kills your momentum. It kills your spirit. I mean, shit, you just fought your ass off to get in the field goal range, and here comes out this douchebag, and he can't even fucking make a kick.
Especially with an offense that can't get
the whole offense, bro.
Especially with an offense that can't score. We can't score touchdowns.
Yeah,
so field goal kicking has got to be our way, and we don't even have that.
You know what? Good teams find ways to win. Look at this way, right? Washington is all of a sudden is this fucking decent team that people want to fucking put in the playoffs already, win the division, especially the way this NFC East is looking. And what did they do to beat us? They didn't score any fucking touchdowns. Shit. Fucking Khalib still doesn't even have, Daniel still doesn't really have that many fucking touchdown passes for the season. And they're fucking winning football games, dude. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you don't always have to win by fucking scoring touchdowns. You can win by field goals. You need to score, and we're not scoring. And to sit back and see that we can't even kick a fucking field goal, there's no excuse for that. I don't know who's that quarterback.
Especially our defense. Our defense is keeping us in these games. You need a kicking game. We're so close with the defense. Like, you need that kicker. You need that 9 points that they're going to score for us. That could be the difference. It's killing us. And it's like, Dable, like, Shane, go work some dudes out. Figure it out. There's got to be somebody out there.
Somebody. Look, the fucking
anybody
about Washington, right? Because we'll talk about division opponents. Like, speaking of them, their kicker in week 1 sucked ass. Or whatever the fuck happened to him. And then went out and got the Seabird guy, where the fuck his name is. And this guy's been the fucking best kicker in the league.
7 against us. He had like 7 field goals.
Like, yo, how could they find him? And we're over here trying to find Joe Schmo off the fucking street, and we can't get a fucking 47-yard field goal. 47. I'm not asking for one of these 60 fucking 5-yard field goals. I can't get a guy that I feel comfortable kicking a field goal in the 40s. There's college kids that are doing that shit every fucking Saturday. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's the new fucking way of doing things.
It really is ridiculous. It's not good. It's not good for the coach.
I bring Lawrence Tynes out of fucking retirement. I'm start kicking again. Matt Barr. Bring out Matt Barr.
Hats off, because that defense, Giants defense, played fucking insane. All right. Everything that we spent for Burns showed up on that Sunday night. I don't know if it's because maybe he switched positions with Thibs, and now he was playing what Thibs is supposed to be doing. And now all of a sudden he did that, and Ojolari went to Thibs' position. Because let me tell you something, that fucking combination looked 100 times better than him and KT out there. All right, like fuck that. KT,
really did.
When you come back from injury, you need to step the fuck up, pal, because you ain't doing dick. I mean, Burns was cutting down the line, crashing, coming in the backfield, blowing people up. I mean, bro, he played amazing. I mean, Ojolari could even had an even better game, and I guess maybe he just hasn't had the reps, so he's not in there. He goes and lets off a Burrow early in the game when we had a monster sack that would have put him down on the fucking 1-yard line.
Body slammed him.
He let him go. Dude, it was frustrating watching some of that play, man.
Because
guys are just they're scared to play their game. You know what I mean?
They're scared to tackle.
it's one thing too where like this kind of just popped in my head now, just talking about like being scared to play the game. That's what happens with Daniel Jones. He makes a mistake and all of a sudden he becomes scared to play the game. And he doesn't play and he becomes a shell. And that's a problem because you can't be Jekyll and Hyde in this league. You can't be fucking great one day or really good one day and then absolute garbage the next. Because guess what? Their careers don't last long when you play like that. And that's fucking Daniel Jones in a nutshell. And I get the frustration and I get people wanting him out and I get all that bullshit. But, bro, there's other things going on. And before we wrap up talking about this game, and I will get into it in a bit, of just this outlandish bullshit that I'm fucking hearing from our fan base. And that's why I said it. You know what? For the most part, I know there's a good majority of you out there that aren't like this. But for the ones that are, fuck you. I'm so sick and tired of this fucking hating fan base. Fuck you. Fuck you, all these fucking guys that are the beat writers. Fuck you. I'm so tired of it. You guys are the most negative fucking assholes in the world. And you wonder why this negativity follows this fucking team. Lighten the fuck up, man. We're going to get into that in a bit, but I want to make sure you guys get your points in on this game.
Wow, I was hoping you put the bag on for that segment right there. But I definitely feel you there. I think we should just start a petition for the Giants to play all games on the road. I think that was
the Giants fan base. For those of you watching,
there it is.
I put one of those bags over my head. Yes, I did. I wrote, we suck on it. All right, for those of you not watching on YouTube. But this is how half the fucking fan base thinks the Giants should be.
It's great. Jules, for the people watching on YouTube, it's so fantastic. You did such a great job putting that bag over your head. You even put like eyeliner over your eyes, like you're ready or something. And you have lipstick like around.
It's 2024, bro. You gotta make this shit correct. You know what I'm saying?
It's totally amazing.
Selected. Oh,
you look good. What can I tell you? Amazing. I'll bleep the tranny part out later. But yeah, listen, all right, speaking of, we kind of went over the Giants, but what about Joe Burrow? He didn't look that great either, man. He had that big run for the touchdown, and he didn't do anything else for the rest of the game. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So maybe it was the fucking windy night or some of the conditions on the field, or both teams just forgot offensive lines, or Cincinnati's just not right either. And well, listen, look at the teams we played that just were supposed to be great that just aren't right. Seattle, Cincinnati, Dallas. You know what I mean? We beat one of them, but we can't beat the other ones. These are teams we should have fucking actually beat. We're better than them in a way, but you're right. The kicker, special teams just cost us fucking wins, and it can't. That falls on Shane. I'm sorry, man. You got to have a guy in there. You got to have it. You got to be prepared for that. You know what I mean?
I will say, like you've had more than enough weeks. If Gano was out week 1, we're in week 6. You took you fucking 5 weeks. You still can't find a kicker.
Yeah, it's not right.
Listen, I'm not asking for the dude that can hit 60 yards. Just, like regular, routine NFL fucking field goals. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But no, not the Giants. Not the Giants. You know what I mean? And Vin, yeah, I'm sorry. You have anything else to say about this?
On a positive note, when it comes to
I want to hear the positive. What's the positive?
Yeah, I would love some positivity right now.
I thought the punter was a lot better than Gilliam. I thought the punter was good. Whoever the hell he was, I thought he was pretty good. No,
yeah, he did a good job. They should have signed him for fucking kicking extra points.
That dude was getting it in the 10. Like every time he kicked it, I was like, all right.
Dude,
maybe he should have kicked field goals.
It just draws me back to the Washington game where I almost felt like I was watching a high school team, because that's the only time I can remember that a team can't kick a fucking extra point. All right. Like, bro, you gotta
let it go, man.
These fucking guys did not kick in high school or something, all right? We used to have a fucking right tackle fucking kick in high school, all right?
Let it go,
you trying to do to kick a fucking field goal that's fucking 30 yards away. Like, give me a break.
It really is maddening, though. It's maddening that we're losing games on stuff. Like, everything has to be perfect for this team to win the game.
Right.
It's like,
and that's not just Daniel Jones. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, is he a major part of it? Absolutely. Would we maybe have won another game or two without him with a semi-like different quarterback with a different style? Probably, maybe. Who knows, right? I don't fucking know. Maybe a different quarterback hits a couple of those deep throws and we do win an extra game or two. But I'll tell you this much. If we had a kicker, we win at least one more. No one's talking about it, right? But ever since that Minnesota loss, and fucking take away that bullshit Chase Brown fucking touchdown because we missed 2 fucking field goals and it wouldn't have been a 10-point loss. It would have been fucking under one. It would have been a 1-score loss.
And we would have had a
Giants
fumble.
have 3 consecutive 1-score losses.
Yes.
Fuck that. Okay. No one's.
We should have had that fumble. If they would have just fell on the ball,
Oh my God, that too.
Fall on the ball.
Yeah, they try to pick it up.
Fucking too. Like, how did you not fucking fall on the ball, bro? It's fucking like, yo, I remember when I coached in high school. That's what I used to do fumble drills. I would fucking throw the ball like real quick, have 4 guys run after it, and see how you get on the ball and practice that. Like, yo, how do you not know how to do that on a professional level? It's like when you see some of these guys and they can't fucking slide. It's like, bro, you're a pro.
I do it.
Can't do that. Practice that shit.
That fumble would have
Jules, I do it. I do the same thing every Sunday. Every time I drop a beer on Sunday, I do the fumble drill. I get that shit. I pick it up like real quick.
I was covered.
I got it. Like I got it. I'm practicing. I know what to do. These guys, how you not know how to fucking hop on the ball? And plus, I had the Giants +4, so it infuriated me even more. Like the Giants, they drive you crazy. They really do drive you fucking mad. They're gonna put me in a home. You know, I'm gonna have dementia like real early in my life. I'm gonna be like, this is the fucking Giants. Remember when Ace Ventura had the little tutu on? He was jumping through bushes to score touchdowns. That's gonna be for a couple years. You know,
but you know what? And
it's sad. What a sad
about
thing.
This game. Switching gears for a hot moment, right? And this is something that I've just been playing in my head over and over and over again. You know, it drives me absolutely insane because we had a couple of major trades in the NFL, just speaking NFL news, right? Obviously, everyone knows Davante Adams went to the Jets, and then hours later, Amari Cooper ended up in Buffalo, right? And the reason why I bring this up is you have the Jets, and sure, they got Davante Adams, but they just lost to the Bills on Monday night. And people are still fucking like, they're going to win a division. They could fucking sneak in, bro. They could be a dark horse video. That's your Super Bowl team. You still fucking feel that way?
Yes.
They're not doing fucking four. You know what I'm trying to say? The Bengals.
100%.
Oh, the Bengals just got to 2-4 after beating the Giants on fucking Sunday night. Oh, they're back in contention. Look at the way that defense played. Oh my God. Look at the hype wheel. The Saints. Oh, they're at 2-4, but they don't have Derek Carr and Olave's out with a concussion, and fucking Rashid might be hurt. Guess what? They're still in contention for the division at 2-4. It's going to be a little tough, but they can catch Tampa and Atlanta, no problem. Blah, 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 blah. Let's keep it going. The Giants are at 2-4. Oh, my God. Fire Dable. Yo, Daniel Jones sucks, man. His team is in shambles. Oh, my God. If the season ended today, we're not even in the top 10 to get a quarterback. Oh, my God. Can we trade for Matthew Stafford? Please, let's do it. Oh, my God. The team is terrible. Why? Don't think of that shit, man.
Can I say something to that? I think that's a flawed argument. I think there's a flaw in your argument in that those are proven. Those teams have talent that are proven. Joe Burrow brought this offense to a Super Bowl, so they're given a longer leash. Aaron Rodgers, as much as I can't stand him, has done a lot in this league. Give him a longer leash. You know what I mean? Us, what have we proven in this league? We have a bunch of losers. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of unproven.
Well, 2 years ago, they won in the playoffs and they beat an 11.
Forget 2 years ago. It was a playoff game. It was and people say Minnesota wasn't a real team. I'm not.
What have the Bengals done the last 2 seasons?
But to make my point is, what has Daniel Jones ever won? What have we ever won with this team? We're picking top 10 every year. Every year. You know, the Jets, they've been top 10, but they got a wealth of talent. That's why talent will cover the Jets.
Doesn't show on the field. They lost to Minnesota. They lost to the fucking Broncos. They lost to fucking Bills. I mean, bro, they lose a lot.
And
then Rodgers chases head coach out of town. Bro, for all that shit going on, they're in a fucking huge turmoil. Like you look at Davante Adams, and apparently he leaves the Raiders, and he's getting out of this fucking really, acid fucking situation, and then he's gonna go to the Jets at 2-4 with no real head coach. What the fuck are you doing, right? You know what I'm trying to say? But the media likes to point on the fucking easy target. Period. Stop. And that's not just in sports. That's in everything these days. They point at the fucking easy target because no one wants to talk about the hard stuff. They know it's easy. Let's go after it. It's easy to go after Daniel Jones. Why? Because of this fucking fan base that they get behind and they can't stand him. It's easy to go after Dable. Why? Because fucking they get the whole fan bases fire him, do this, do that, that.
Honestly,
it's an easy target. So they just go after it. They exploit it. And
let's
look,
not protect
you're
him.
human. But Vin, you're also
Daniel
human,
Jones
right?
deserves
But you're also human.
all the shit he gets. He deserves it.
But you're also human, right? And it gets to a point where, like, bro, you don't think they read the media? You don't think they hear Sports Center? You don't think they fucking hear it? It starts to get in your fucking head. Now you throw a fucking bonehead interception to start the fucking game, and the world and the ceiling starts collapsing on you because that's what everyone tells you going to happen.
I hear you.
Instead of fucking taking
a step back,
Jules,
he got paid.
But listen to me.
He's not on a rookie deal anymore.
You bring up the Bengals. You bring up the Bengals, right? Do you know what Zach Taylor's record is as a head coach? Does anyone know? Because he doesn't have a winning record. 6 seasons and then making a Super Bowl appearance. He does not have a winning record as a head coach. So how is it that with the Bengals starting slow every year and the Bengals at 2-4 and he doesn't get the most out of the team, why isn't he on the hot seat? How come you never hear about Zach Taylor being fired? The guy has fucking a losing record in 6 seasons, bro. And he went to a Super Bowl. Like, that's a joke. You got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and you can't fucking have a winning record?
Because that's Ohio. That's Ohio. We're New York.
You just answered your own question. He took him to a Super Bowl. He's got a longer leash.
Look, Doug Peterson got fired from the Eagles after winning a Super Bowl. So it doesn't always mean anything. Doug Peterson got fired from the fucking Philadelphia Eagles after winning a Super Bowl.
Look at Doug
Peterson. He didn't want to start Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Yo,
and look at how that's fucking turned out.
You can't get in the heads of ownership, and like Mike was alluding to, like that's Ohio. There's different media types. There's different levels of scrutiny. I'm telling you, there's a longer leash. New York is a very short leash, and Giant fans are fed up. I'm fed up with what we're seeing, like because we're pretty good, and now with Andrew Thomas going down, I think that I'm the writing's on the wall.
But let me ask you this now, Van. Right? You're a teacher. What's the definition of insanity?
Repeating the same mistake.
Oh, so you want to fire the coach?
I never said that.
Repeat the fucking cycle again.
But right? we all know how this goes. We want stability, but we also need some results.
Okay.
3.
Ben, can I say something? Have we ever really, as an organization, since we've been fans, have we ever had stability? I mean, honestly, looking back, we have a couple years where we've been pretty good. Maybe we won a Super Bowl and a fluky year. And then all the other years, we just fucking suck. Somebody shoots himself. Somebody shoots himself.
Hold on. I meant stability in terms of continuity with coach and GM. We totally had that.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's what I meant. Okay. Organizational stability. That's what I meant. Not sustainability of winning. I meant like.
But there's other teams around the NFL. Like, obviously New England, they were good for how long? And then other teams, Dallas was always good for how long? So sure, they never won anything, but we always have like this thing where we just like, I don't know, man. We just have like no consistency whatsoever with this organization. And then a couple years ago when we went to the playoffs, I was like, all right, we're turning the page finally, and then we just go right back fucking downhill. Everybody gets hurt
here too,
and now it's Andrew Thomas again. Again. Now, what are we going to do? We started this conversation, Jules, with him. Like, where do you want him to play? I want him just throw him in left tackle and see what he did. He played it in college. Let him keep everybody else where they are. And if he don't work out, put Isuzu there.
One of the other things that I didn't mention when we were talking off air is that, you know what, if he's been busting his ass to get back and playing right tackle, and that's what he trained for all year, all off season, training camp, with his new head coach, all this kind of shit, you got to keep him there. I would feel so much safer, like shifting the line a little and then having someone else go on that other side, because you put the kid there and he has a bad game. It's like I was saying earlier, he's going to get in his head. It's fucking over. He can't play any longer. He goes to right tackle and he shines. You know what? Finally, we're getting paid back on our fucking first 2 picks there.
You can say the same thing with Illuminer, though. If you put Illuminer at left tackle, you can
he's at least a veteran. He's a veteran. He's gritty. He gets it done. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
wears crazy suits before games.
He's going to need some help. We're going to have to put a little fucking extra tight end out there and chip in and all that kind of shit.
You ever see that guy?
Do that.
Jules,
I'd rather him.
You ever see Illuminer walk in pregame, to the stadium in these fucking outfits? It looks like he's going to the discotheque. That motherfucker's crazy.
Yo, but he also loves being a Giant and he loves New York. So
that's why I like him.
Yeah, he's like, I wish I was at the studio 54 days. You know what I mean? I would have been pimping it.
That's why I like him. That's
And
why
that's
I like
why
him.
I think he has to go to left tackle. That's the point of it. He has to play left. Neil has to step in at right.
I don't
Play the
agree with
position
that,
that you
man.
were fucking
I
taking,
think
what,
you
number
both
6, 7
present really
overall
good
for.
arguments.
You know what I'm trying to say? And
What do you like, man?
show
I
it.
don't know. Like you both present really good arguments. I think at this point, I've won like Carmen Brasillo's won my trust. Whatever he says, I'm gonna ride with. You know what I mean?
That's
He's
true
really
too.
done a good job with this line, and this is his biggest obstacle yet. And it's like
Yeah,
I think you both make great points. I don't know. I don't have the answer because I don't know. Like I think Jules might be right. Like Evan Neal's probably been training from right tackle, but you're right, trainer. Why move everybody else? Illuminor is like a top 10 right tackle in this league right now. Like
yeah.
he's nasty, and it's like why move him? But I don't know. I really don't have the answer. So whatever Brasillo goes with, I'm gonna ride with that.
Maybe they don't even fucking start Neil. Maybe they just put Easy E to start at left tackle.
That I don't like.
I mean, I don't. I mean, so it's like
You gotta at least you
could
have
be
to
something like
you
that.
have to put you have to roll him out there one more time. You have to.
Yeah, Neil.
If he's
Neil's
getting blown up in
last
the first
shot
half,
with
you
us.
yank his ass and you make the adjustments accordingly. But you
Yeah, this
have
is
to,
Neil's
bro.
last shot
Like,
with
bro,
us.
he's like, you know what's crazy is that
Last
we
shot.
are already like, oh, that's it. He's done. We can't deal with him. Put him in guard, trade him, do whatever you got to do. Cut ties with him. Good. He's done. But with Thibs, right? And especially after seeing the way Burns went fucking off on Sunday night, he's got that long leash because he had 10 sacks or whatever the fuck he had last year. He had that one good season. It's amazing how his one okay season holds so much weight. But a guy like Ojolari fucking gets forgotten about after coming off of the same type of season just because he's hurt all the time. Oh, you know who else is hurt all the fucking time? Andrew Thomas, bro. So sick of that shit. I've had it up to here with Andrew Thomas, bro. Look, I get
16
it.
games missed the last couple years. 16 or 18.
And now he's about to miss another whole fucking season. The whole season, dude.
Yeah.
We got 11 games left, and he's going to miss all 11 games. Bro, what kind of a stud tackle are you? You know why guys like Dawson that fucking play left tackle on the Bills and other fucking great ones out there are so good and make Pro Bowls year after year after year? Because they don't get hurt.
Yeah.
They train properly, even though they got bellies and they look like they're out of shape. They're in fucking insane shape, bro. And they don't get hurt and they play. Yo, I don't give a fuck what you say. There's too many athletes that stay in really good shape and don't get hurt, and then other ones that somehow always get fucking banged up. And I get it, there's no injury bug, and I get that you're not injury prone. I know that's a made up thing, but like at the end of the day, you can't explain why you see certain guys get hurt all the time,
But
and
remember,
other guys not.
Jules, remember Andrew Thomas played like a couple years ago on one leg, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm glad he fucking toughed it out. He played on one leg." Now look at him. Did that? Is this like,
Dude, I would have rather him come out of that.
I don't know.
I would have rather him come out of that game if it could have saved his season.
Well, that was the thing. Why don't we get that falls on the coaching? That falls on Dable. They
Not
said
really.
he was hurt.
Not really because
they said he was hurt in the first half. The guy Hendricks was running circles around them. That is not Andrew Thomas. That is not Andrew Thomas. He struggled throughout the entire second half. They left him in that game. And it was because they probably weren't ready for Neil. And it was like, shame on
but you know what? You know what it is? You know what it is too? If a guy turns around and you're like, bro, you good? I used to have a saying, are you hurt or are you injured? Right? And that meant like, yo, are you hurt? That means you can get back in the game. Or you injured, I got to take you out and replace you. 9 times out of 10, that athlete's going to turn around and be like, I'm hurt. I'm not injured. I'm good, coach. And they go back in because they don't want to come out. You know what I mean? They want to continue playing. Like you see it all the time. Why do you think they have that concussion protocol now? Because guys used to play with that shit all the time, bro. They would get dinged up and not even know where they were.
That was the best.
We've been there before with Thomas. And now, like in the Dallas game last year, they left him in that game. He shouldn't have been in that game. And he got hurt. And he was out for an extended period of time.
That's the too, man. Why is it that he's getting hurt in these games?
He's got foot problems. Certain dudes
he's got an hamstring problem. He got a foot problem. He has surgery. I mean, bro, like what the fuck?
We're just cursed. We're cursed. And now we got to move on to the Eagles game this coming Sunday, which is our kryptonite. I hate this team with a passion. I think they're only -3. The Eagles are favored. I don't know why that is, but yeah, without a left tackle, it's going to be bad, dude. It's going to be fucking bad. I'm nervous.
You know what, though?
I'm nervous to watch this game.
I'm not looking at it like that because Philly's defense has been questionable all year. They have. And they've been begging to get fucking beat. So you know what?
They always
I think
beat
we
us,
get
though.
it right. You know, when I'm going to get concerned is when we play against a team like maybe Pittsburgh, right? Where you're going to have fucking, Watt coming in. That motherfucker, who's going to block him, right? That's going to be the problem. When you have a motherfucker like that rushing the quarterback, yeah, we're going to have issues. Listen, Burrow can get by. These quarterbacks can get by with average tackles, all right? So, yeah, it's going to be a blow. Yeah, it's going to hurt. But they don't have Hassan Reddick anymore. We're not worrying about that dude coming off the corner as we used to. Their line is not what it used to be. That defense is not even fucking close to what it used to be. Philly is dying to get beat. They're not the same team. Something ain't right with them. I don't know if it's a Barkley curse or not. Look, they could come in on Sunday and wipe our asses all over the fucking place without question. But you know what? If I'm that team and I'm the Giants and I can actually sit there and say to myself, shit, we only lost the last 3 games by 1 fucking score. You know what I mean? 1 fucking score. That old line, as good as it's been playing, next man up, man. Let's pick it up for fucking Andrew Thomas for once. Let's not say, oh, no, we don't have Thomas. That's it now. We can give up 7 sacks. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
I hope so.
Step the fuck up and play.
The Eagles
you know what I'm
coach
trying to say?
losing.
Like, enough is enough. You're a fucking professional at the end of the day. Act like it. You might not, again, like I said, it's not like you're going up against fucking Watt. You're going against one of these top pass rushers like a Bosa. You're not going against that on Sunday. You're not. So enough with the excuses. See, that's the problem with this team. We're full of fucking excuses. Oh, kicking. Oh, Daniel Jones. What's this? Oh, what's that? Shut the fuck up and play.
It's the refs.
Enough already. Like, I'm tired of it. This fan base, reporters piss me off so goddamn much. It's, that's the way Dable should come out and be like, you know what we need to do? We need to shut the fuck up and play. You know what? And just put that shit, throw it in the fucking thing and get out there and fucking play.
Jules, everything you just said is not going to happen. Philly's going to scrape us. Saquon will score 3 touchdowns, put about 200 yards on us all purpose. I'm sorry, but they are our kryptonite. Philly is going. Saquon's been waiting for this.
Good. You know what's so rude, bitch?
So look at the other side. They're healthy.
I'm tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of making these another excuse. Saquon's going to get ready here. Fuck him.
It's not an excuse.
That motherfucker. He's like, and you know what? You know what we should do? This would fuck with him psychologically.
Wait.
Anybody that's listening that's going to the game on Sunday, this is what you should do. I swear to you. This is what you should do. When that motherfucker comes out, you see 26 coming out in the green, start cheering.
Pee on him. If you pee on his green jersey, he'll turn back to blue.
We still love you, bro. We still love you. You know what?
Baby.
That will fuck with him psychologically because he's expecting us to come out there and the fans to attack him like I usually do. And you know what? If I go Sunday, that's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, you're the best, bro. You're supposed to have 7 touchdowns today. You know what I mean? Because you start hearing that, she's going to be like, wait, what? It's going to throw him off a little bit. He's going to be like, wait a minute. I was expected to come in and have that revenge game, and I want the blood, and I want the fans booing me.
Jules,
I'm hyped up for it.
Jules, you think 50,000 fans are going to try reverse psychology on Saquon Barkley Sunday?
If they're smart, they would. If they're smart, they would, bro. I'm telling you right now, do it because it would fuck everybody up, man.
The only thing we got going on for us is that coach for the Eagles is such an asshole. He might blow the game by himself.
Listen, now that dude you could rip apart. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you go to town on him, but like,
I can't.
He'll have his children.
I'm telling you right now,
if he a little pussy,
get in his head and cheer for him. Give him the praise and applause and like the thank you, like standing ovation type shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Because he's expected. He's already said in interviews he's looking forward to the game. Oh man, I know they're gonna give it to me. Oh, I'm ready for it. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you. I don't want to give you what you want. Fuck you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Just trying to play mind games.
Fuck you too, Saquon Barkley.
Trying to play mind games with players coming back to town. All right, guys, moving on, man. I can't talk about the Eagles no more. I can't. I
think it's gonna be a tough game to watch. It's gonna be a very tough game to watch.
But it's pick time. Pick segment. We've been doing pretty fucking well. I gotta admit, man. I've been making some money on this pickup segment we've been doing. I've been on a roll, man. I should have cashed out this other stupid bet, but I was so drunk. I thought I was going to win 17 grand last week on TD scores. But
we actually tried to tell you that one, but
I know, yeah. I was like, I'm not listening to these guys.
Told them to score a touchdown, let it ride.
Yeah, like they don't know
how bad the Cowboys are playing.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, nope, they're turning around. Nope, they didn't. All right, moving on anyway. Here we go. Pick segment. The first game is Thursday. Oh, this is a disgusting one. Denver's in New Orleans. Denver's actually favored by 1.5.
Oh, 1.5. Yo, that line jumped to 4. If I got that at 1.5, I will put the house. Here's the keys to the fucking car. Here's
Sean
this,
Payton.
that, everything on Denver.
Sean Payton coming
On
back home.
Denver. The whole fucking boatload on Denver.
I
Fucking
like
penny on Denver Broncos.
I like it.
I like Denver.
Yeah, everybody likes that. Sean Payton homecoming. Got it.
Wow, Sean Payton. Bro, they don't have
That
that. Wait a minute. The Saints are missing definitely
Everybody.
Olave and Derek Carr and possibly Rashid Shaheed. Dude, that's literally their starting offense besides Kamara. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, bro, if the Broncos playing as well as they are defensively, yes, they got housed with the Chargers, but they almost made a sick comeback. Yo, listen, there's no fucking way they should shit all over the Saints.
But I would take the under. I wouldn't bet either team. I would under this game for sure. Take under 11. I guarantee it's gonna be like 6-3 final.
I don't know. Bo Nix he's streaky. He can get hot and throw a couple of touchdowns. But we'll see.
We'll see. All right. Oh, London. Hey, I guess Jacksonville stayed in London for a couple weeks. So the London Jags are, dude, they're favored by 5.5 over New England with Drake May. Drake May throwing some touchdowns last week. I'm going with New England, man. With that spread. Jacksonville sucks.
I'm gonna break it here. And so there's two things. I've been saying with last week that the Jags have to win eventually in fucking London, right? And here they are back-to-back weeks. No NFL team's ever done that. No NFL team has ever stayed in London for 2 weeks consecutively.
Why would you?
Well, if you're playing back-to-back games, right? So if
I would have flew home.
Give them an advantage, then they're never going to win there. And this franchise is in a lot of fucking trouble. I like the Jags, man. Listen. Yes, he looked good, Drake. He's going to probably develop being a really good quarterback. But at this point in time, he's still young. He's still rusty. You want him to now go across the fucking Atlantic and play fucking on a different time schedule. I think it's going to mess with him a little bit. The running game is usually sloppy, which would be their fucking advantage. And they don't even have it right now because ETN is out for the Jags.
Yeah,
I think they have to. To them, it's a must win for Jacksonville. And I think they pull it out. What was the spread, though? That's the only thing that kind of worries me.
5.5. 5.5, Jules.
It is high. It is high. I mean, don't forget, Houston smoked the Patriots. I won on that fucking parlay last week. So I'm going to stick with the Jags, man. I think they win by 7. I don't know why. I could see like and it's going to be disgusting. It'll probably be like a 17-10 game.
I got Jacksonville winning, but give me the points. Patriots will keep it close.
Yeah, I like those points.
Maybe by like 4, something like that.
All right. Well, moving on to the 1:00 game. Phillies minus 3.5 against the Giants. I would never ever take Philly. So let's just take the Giants and say fuck it. Because if somebody says I'm going to take the Eagles minus 3.5, I'll just quit this podcast like right now. I fucking hate them.
So
I hate that team.
So just
as long as the fans are saying they do the reverse psychology with Saquon, we got a shot.
Yeah, right. Saquon, I love you, huh? All right, moving on. In Atlanta, they're minus 2.5 against Seattle. I actually like Seattle to rebound in this game. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, and I think Seattle pulls off like a little bit of an upset here.
See, the only thing that worries me is that Atlanta has just been finding ways to win. I don't know what they do, but they just do. I mean, you can go back to that Monday night game against Philadelphia where they were getting beat that game. They should have lost, and they just fucking found a way to win. Barkley drops the pass, gives them an opportunity. Cousins comes alive, takes them down the field. Boom, they win that game. They've just been finding ways to win. There's always that West Coast team coming across to the East when a 1:00 kickoff and all that kind of shit that really kind of plays with your head. Man. And you said, what's the spread on this?
2.5.
Yeah, I kind of like Atlanta to cover, man. I could see them pulling it out on a last second field goal. Cousins on a drive, field goal range. They kick a win. I mean, look at how they pulled out that game on Thursday night against Tampa. Baker Mayfield and company beat the shit out of them. There should have been no way Atlanta was in that game, and he just found the fucking way to win. It reminds me a lot of what he used to do with like that Minnesota team. A lot of times and shit. Where they just fucking gut it out somehow and they win. That's what I've been seeing. And Seattle's kind of on a decline. They're in a real fucking funk. I don't know what's up with that team. So I like Atlanta.
I think the great parody of the NFL is the great equalizer. Seattle is a reeling team, and this is a win. I agree with Trina. It's going to be high scoring. I think Atlanta's been finding ways to win. This is a game where they're going to lose. This game might go down to the wire. It'll be something like 41-38. Give me Seattle all day. I think Seattle is the pick here.
All right.
All right.
I like that. Moving on. In Green Bay. Green Bay is favored by 2.5 against Houston. Didn't Houston's without Nico, right? He's out.
Yeah, Nico's on IR.
Mixon's
So
back. Mixon's back.
Mixon is
He's
back.
healthy.
Yo,
Green Bay's at full strength because they have Christian Watson. They
And they're
have
at home.
Romeo Dobbs. They have Reed. They have Jacobs. Krebs.
Wicks
So they're
playing?
loaded.
Is Davion Wicks playing?
I mean, but he's now the fourth receiver again.
Yo,
Because
it's
literally
crazy. What a shuffle.
Christian Watson came back, pushed him out. Dobbs got over whatever the fuck he got suspended for,
Yeah,
and they're back. And they're clicking. And Jordan Love looks great. But look, this. I mean, to me, no one would really fucking be too excited unless you lived in the Midwest or fucking, down in Texas. But like this could be a Super Bowl matchup. This is legit Super Bowl tendencies right here.
Up and coming teams.
These teams both won in the playoffs last year. They both are very young. They're both very hungry.
Good quarterbacks.
They're well coached both sides. You know what I mean? Like this is a really good game to watch. Like, you know what? I'll definitely have this on split screen with the Giants. What was the spread again?
Sure. 2.5.
Where is it?
In Green Bay.
Green Bay.
You know what? I
like Green Bay.
Get to Green Bay, bro. I like Green Bay. It's going to be close, and I know I love Houston. This is going to be one of those right down to the wire. That's why that 2.5 spread. I think it even went down actually now currently. You know what? It's going to be one of those kind of whoever has the ball last is going to win that game.
I'm actually going to go against you guys. I think Houston wins for the simple fact that they got a couple of veterans on their offense. Mixon is a veteran, and Stephon Diggs, as much as I don't like him, is a veteran. And I feel like, the quarterback kind of wash each other. It's a wash because they're young and they're up and coming. I think they'll both do well. I think the defenses are fairly middle of the pack, the same. I just think like the veterans on the offensive side of Houston will make big plays down the stretch in the fourth quarter, and they'll win the game.
All right. Well, they both got kickers, so anybody could win that game.
True.
Moving on. Next game. Cincinnati is minus 5.5 in Cleveland. Division game. I don't like that 5.5 spread by Cincy. They didn't really show me anything. They're going to go against Cleveland's defense, which they're still good. I got to go with the Cleveland Browns, man.
I got to go with Cincy just because the line did move up to 6, the live line. And if you can't beat a team that just gave up their number one wide receiver, a quarterback that's in shambles, a team that looks like they might not even have Jerome Ford, Nick Chubb may play coming off an injury. So now they're on their third string running back. If you can't beat that team, then it was a fucking fluke that we lost them on Sunday night. And I won't accept that as a Giants fan. And for that reason, I'm going to put my pride and fucking instead of my pride on this one, and I'm going fucking Bengals.
Bengals all day. I think the Browns are priming themselves for a top 3 pick in the draft. I think
they want a quarterback. They get a kick. They're gonna cuff the whole season, right there.
I think they also the coach might end up getting fired there. I think the defense is gonna end up quitting. There's gonna be guys getting hurt on that defense. That defense they're wasted. That defense. I think the defense is gonna start showing more and more cracks because the offense is just a mess. And I think the Bengals are gonna put up 2-3 touchdowns. They'll win.
All right, you guys convinced me. I'll go with Cincinnati. Nice job. All right, next game in Minnesota, division game. Minnesota's minus 2.5 against the Lions, who unfortunately lost their star. Tough injury, man. To see Aiden go down with a broken leg, brutal. There's also trade rumors that the Giants and Detroit would talk about Aziz. That's crazy to even talk about right now. But with all that said, Detroit's offense just looks so damn explosive, and I don't think Minnesota has enough to keep up with them. I know Minnesota got the great D, but give me the Lions roar all day.
I mean, the Lions are getting here, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's happened to their offense, so what's going to have to happen here? It's going to be how good is Detroit's offense and how good is Minnesota's defense. That's really going to clash in this match this fucking weekend. And you know what? As good as Minnesota's been, I'm not sold yet. You win this division game at home, which you're supposed to win. Yes, Aiden Hudson's out. But again, I think it's one of those things where Campbell could get that defense roared up enough where they're like, next man up. We got to step up for Aiden. We got to step up for him. Let's do it type of thing. And if that offense has that ground and pound like they've been doing all season, yo, this is for the division right now. You know what I mean? This is a lot. Like, yo, you want the fucking Minnesota Vikings to be 6-0 and you guys go to fucking 4-2 or 4-2? Nah, I don't see it. I think they're gonna find a way to win. They weren't in the fucking Dallas. They smacked the piss out of Dallas. Yo, I think they win. I honestly, they could, unless Minnesota is real deal, they'll win this game by 7 or more.
Where the game is in where?
Mini.
And where's what's the line?
2.5.
Detroit getting.
Do we know? I don't know if you know this, trainer. Do we know when they're going to play again? Because I think they're going to split.
So you're looking to take the home team each one?
Yeah, I think
last game of the year.
I don't see Detroit sweeping Minnesota this year.
The last game of the year they rematch.
Oh, last game of the year. Okay. I'm gonna go Minnesota just because they didn't look right against the Jets. I think the defense is for real. I think that Detroit coming off that huge win off of Dallas, it's gonna be a come down game for them. I think Minnesota will win. They'll win at the last second. So I guess, I'll go Minnesota here.
All right. Moving on. All right. Pay attention, guys. This is the spread in Indianapolis.
Sorry, I keep asking you. I'm sorry.
Indy is minus 3.5. Stay with me, Vin.
3.5.
3.5, Jules.
All right.
Okay. In Indianapolis. All right. That's in I don't know, some state that I don't remember right now. They're playing Miami, the Dolphins. I don't know. It's crazy. I want to take Miami getting the points just because it's Miami. I want them to fucking win, without Tua. I want to see Tyreek Hill do something. I want to see these running backs do something. Indy is just one of those weird teams. They just find ways to win these close damn games. But, man, give me the Dolphins, man.
And I'm going to throw one extra thing in there. Anthony Richardson is 100% starting. And I think he's a bum-ass quarterback. Fuck him.
100%.
Overhyped, overrated, 100%. Can't stand it. If they had Flacco in this game, I go Colts. But because they start Anthony Richardson, I think he fucks that game up and they lose it. Unless he comes out. Because this should be his breakout party. You don't fucking break out against the fucking Dolphins. You suck, my friend. You suck.
I would like to agree. I think with Flacco, I'd be much more confident. But even with Richardson, I'm going to take Indy here. They're
no Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but they have this young kid Goodson they really like. Sermon's been all right. But they like I don't know.
Ray Sermon, former 49ers, where they could put just about anybody behind that team.
They find a way to win. Indy is a weird team. Gardner Minshew was their quarterback and got them in the playoffs. Like they're just a weird
veterans. Anthony Richardson is no veteran.
Dude, I don't like Richardson. I don't like Richardson, but I don't really like the Dolphins. Like who are they starting?
One of the most inaccurate quarterbacks. Dude, he's got like a 47% completion rate right now.
So you got Hundley gonna beat the Colts. I don't see it. I think Tua will be the savior. They're waiting for Tua another week.
We'll see if that guy comes back. Poor guy. All right. Next game.
Oh, he's coming back for sure.
Yeah, I think he's coming back for real. He can't stay away, man.
No,
I just don't want to see him like 30 years, like on an ESPN interview or something. I don't want to see what's going to happen to his brain.
Yeah, he does something crazy, some bullshit because of all the CTE stuff. Yeah, it would be terrible.
Yeah. He pulls like an OJ.
You got to bleep that out too. You're not allowed to say that shit. So. Oh God! Yeah,
he did. No,
I was getting reelected. We'll fucking not be able to say anything. I wouldn't be able to curse. You're just gonna hear me for like 2 seconds on this show.
All I meant, he was just gonna drive to the Parkway in his Bronco with a friend of his to try to get away from doing nothing wrong. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, moving on. Moving on. In Buffalo, Buffalo's minus 8.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Amari Cooper's gonna have 5 touchdowns.
All right, you got Amari Cooper rolling.
Buffalo all day.
Rolling.
Yeah. Everybody. We all gonna be bad in Buffalo.
I will say though, real quick.
Up the Jets, winning Super Bowl team.
I will say real quick though, Buffalo tends when the line is very large. Josh Allen's Buffalo Bills tend to lose these games.
Hold on, but usually, and it's more like 85% of the time that you're right about this. He's on the road. He's in Buffalo. Tennessee's going up north.
Okay.
That's the fucking that's the nail on the coffin right there for me.
I'm still taking Buffalo, but do not be surprised.
No, but like
goes in there
Yeah.
and they win, and it's like weird.
Will Levis? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Maybe Tannehill was there or something. Like, yeah,
worse.
they're looking to fucking get like the Hopkins out of there, and Calvin Ridley's crying already. Like that team's in shambles at the moment.
There's no way that dude's going up in Buffalo and winning. I wish I had Buffalo to take again on my Survivor.
No.
I can't take it. All right, this is my Survivor pick coming up. In LA, the Rams are -6.5 against Vegas. I think Cooper Kupp's back, so give me the Rams all day.
I mean, look, if Cup is back, then they should roll. If he's back, they should roll. Like he's gonna have 112 catches in that one game. They'll light him up. No Devontae Adams. I know they're gonna want to be inspired and fucking step it up a notch or two. But you're right. I like the Rams in this one.
I agree too. I think the Raiders will try to make this into a game, and maybe the Rams will blow their doors off in the second half with Cooper Kupp back there, and Tyron Williams has been a great running back all year. They've been leaning on him big time, and you know what? Stafford's been healthy all year. Nobody's been healthy around them, but Stafford's a damn.
Williams, they've had a good run game.
Yeah, but Stafford's older too, and then nobody talks about Stafford. What a damn good quarterback!
What do you mean nobody talks about Stafford?
That's our future.
We're supposed to trade for Stafford, Vin.
That's our future, Vin.
All of a sudden, we'll turn around, we'll get Stafford here, and that's that.
We'll
give them Daniel Jones.
Did you see the guys? The guys on Twitter put him in a Giants uniform already.
I saw that.
It's a done deal, man.
Give me a break, dude. Do I have to put the bag back on?
Stafford, baby. Give me that staff infection, man. Bring him over here in New York.
Let's go.
Moving on. Ooh, in Washington. Washington's -7.5 against Carolina. Washington plays the Giants in 2 weeks. This is a trap game. Give me the Panthers roar.
Right, you talk about the Super Bowl contending Washington fucking Commanders, all right? They have an MVP and Rookie of the Year at quarterback, new coaching staff, new fucking this. They can't be stopped. They have a kicker out who has missed in fucking 4 weeks, bro. Like they're fucking red hot. Like, how are you going to pick against this team? They should slap Carolina. It should be a fucking no joke breeze. They should win by 17. All right?
I agree.
Fucking Andy Dalton, Tom Hubbard, and all that shit.
Washington continues playing this game of holding on to the football, not turning it over, possession. They're just well buttoned up right now. And you know what? I know some certain fans are definitely watching right now, and I will get a text with what's coming out of my mouth, what's coming out of Jules's mouth, what's coming out of Trina's mouth. Definitely what's coming out of Trina's mouth.
Like, Toothpick is going to win a fucking MVP, dude. He's the greatest quarterback ever drafted. That's it. He's going to show Khalid Williams in a couple of weeks. We'll wait for that showdown.
No team named the Commanders will ever win the Super Bowl. It just won't ever happen. They got to change that name back. Bring it back to the Redskins, for Christ's sake. All right, moving on. Ooh, next game. Ooh, this is a good game. In San Fran, rematch of the Super Bowl. San Fran's -1.5 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Jules, Taylor Swift's team. I know you're taking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Bro, I had
Jules.
I had a deal with watching the Yankees and a divisional series against the Royals. And multiple times they're shooting to the box. And I have to look at fucking Kermit and his wife sitting in there.
Yeah.
He's fucking chest bumping people. I was so happy the Yankees crushed that little bitch. Fuck you. Go back to the NFL. That's where you get your right. Then I start watching the fucking Cleveland series. And who's that game one? Fucking Travis Kelce and fucking Taylor Swift. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't give a fuck. They should have fucking threw beer on them, all right? Get the fuck out of our stadium. Get the fuck out of our sport and stick with your shit. I can't take it anymore. I'm so sick of this Swifty shit. And guess what? All right, like it's fucking, my head's going to explode. You know what? They're going to fucking lose. They're going to lose. They're not going to go to 6-0. They're not going to go to San Francisco and put San Francisco in a rematch in the Super Bowl that went to overtime to fucking 3-4, and they're going to come out of there 6-0. Bullshit. If the NFL does that, then I will never watch that shit without fucking me yelling, Swifties, and it's fixed. So that's what the fuck they're doing. They want the three-peat so bad that they'd let anything happen. I gotta watch it while I'm watching my fucking baseball, dude. Like, get the fuck off my baseball, bro.
Swifty and Kelce are infiltrating Jules' favorite teams one by one. It's fucking hilarious.
I gotta say, I want to make an observation here. Jules, podcast listeners, Jules, who has got Kansas City all the way winning the Super Bowl, He keeps picking against them every week because he's waiting for that first loss. You've picked against Kansas City for like 4 weeks in a row now. You picked Atlanta. You picked picking all these teams, and it's like I agree. I think San Francisco.
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong, guys.
I think San Francisco is going to win. I think the Niners are they are under the radar now. The Niners are my Super Bowl winner. I got the Niners beating the Jets in the Super Bowl. I'm sticking by my preseason pick. I think the Niners this is going to put them back in the conversation. Oh, man, they gave Kansas City their first L. I think the San Francisco 49ers are just as good as they've always been. They're going to be right there. They just need McCaffrey back. Once they get McCaffrey back, that'll put.
Listen, Mason's been good. Their defense has been a little off because don't forget, like against Arizona, they let fucking Kyler Murray go on that drive. They let Harrison go off. Like their defense has been a little off this year. It looked good against the Jets week 1, but ever since then, if you look at any of the games they lost, their defense is what cost them that game. Purdy's had 3 touchdowns. I mean, what the fuck more you want from the team?
Did they lose one of their linebackers?
What is it? Lawler? Greenlaw, right?
Yeah, I think they lost him. That's a big loss. That's
a huge loss. Right. He's been out a few weeks. You know what I mean? It's like that's what's missing from their team. It's their defense because at the end of the day, that's their bread and butter. You still got Kittle, you still got Debo, you still got fucking Brandon Ayuk.
Well, the
kid Mason's looked fucking great. He looks like he might be the future there. They got the right pieces in place. They're just not stopping people. They're not, they can put up 30 points, but then all of a sudden the other team's scoring 28. It's like, what the fuck?
But and now they're also the Niners were never a team. You guys were saying this at the beginning of the year. They were never a team that would go undefeated. They're not that type of team. They're not even a 1 seed. I think they get into these playoffs at like a 3, maybe a 4 seed and win the whole thing, go on the run. They've been there. They're veterans. They know what they're doing. They just need to finish the job.
I think at the end of the year.
Yeah, save McCaffrey, bring McCaffrey back in when the time is right. And then
December,
they go on their run. Yeah. I think San Fran will finish the job.
Maybe they're bored. Maybe they're bored right now. I actually like Kansas City to win, so we'll see. All right. Speaking of Vin's favorite team.
Here we go.
They're not my favorite team. They're not.
New York Jets are -1.5 in Pittsburgh for the Sunday night game. I actually like the Jets.
Whoa.
I think Devontae Adams, that connection goes right away. It's going to be a Sunday night game. That's all they're going to be talking about. Their first touchdown together. It's just going to be dramatic. NFL. It's all scripted. Give me the Jets.
You want to comment on your Super Bowl team?
Say again?
You want to comment on your Super Bowl team?
The AFC Championship, New York Jets. I really think they're going to win. I think this will be a few. I don't think Pittsburgh's that good. Yeah, is their defense good? Does Tomlin coach a tight game? Yeah, but they're a disaster offensively. They're not even running the ball, let alone Justin Fields is a mess. They don't even run the ball right. Najee Harris blows. And you know who blows even more? Whoever's behind him, Jalen Warren. Their offensive line, which used to be Pittsburgh's bread and butter with all the Roethlisberger and Bettis years, sucks. Yeah. That offense blows. I think the Jets not only win, they roll past Pittsburgh. Get right game for Aaron Rodgers and company. I agree with Trainer. Devontae Adams connection. I asked you guys, I hate the Jets. I can't put a Jet on my team. I drafted Devontae Adams, who was not on the Jets. So as soon as the deal went through, I started putting feelers out there.
That's crazy.
And you guys gave me a good piece of advice that I'm sticking with. I'm going against my morals and my ethics with fantasy football because I don't like to root for guys that I don't like. Devontae, I'm going to rock with him for a week, see what he does, and hopefully he blows it up. And then I'll trade his ass. Then I'll wait for people that,
cold-blooded
coming back to me so far.
So he's Kaiser Soze. You guys know who that is?
when all of a sudden he's limping, then he ain't limping anymore.
At the end, the fucking usual suspects don't want to give it away, but spoiler alert! Put headphones on, right? Kevin Spacey's character is Kaiser Soze, and he's the fucking godfather of it all.
I've never seen it.
Goes from this fucking retarded limb to fucking running down the block, right? Like, so I guess that's what Devontae Adams is going to do, right? He's going to Kaiser Soze the fucking
ruined it.
Sunday night. I don't know, man. I'm not buying it. I think that Jet team is in turmoil. They got to show it till I can fucking pick them. And until that's done, Fucking Steelers have been red hot. Yeah, I got to go with the Steelers at home. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why am I to think that on a short week, the Jets are going to come in, they got Devontae Adams, and everything's going to fucking click, and everything's going to be good, bro. We back. Well, we were supposed to do all year. I don't see it. Do I think it'd be close? Yes. Do they have a great defense? Of course they do. Do I see them keeping themselves in the game? Yes. Do I think the Steelers are going to blow them out? Absolutely not. But don't forget who their fucking head coach is. I got to go Steelers, man. They're the better team currently right now, and until the Jets show me something, I'm not picking them.
You think Russell Wilson's gonna have a good game? His first game starting?
Yeah, they're gonna fuck everything up. Because why wouldn't fucking what's his name be playing? Why would that Fields not be in there? I don't see them starting Wilson. If they do some bonehead shit like that, then the NFL really is fixed, and they're just giving the Jets a fucking gimme game, and they'll take the loss. But Fields should be in there.
I thought it was a done deal that Wilson is getting the start.
Well, wasn't it Russell Wilson's job to begin with? It was his job to begin with.
He won it out of camp, got hurt, and then because of the way Fields and the team's been playing, kind of lost it. But like they don't want to make that official in case Fields goes back to being a Bear again and fucking starts playing like he did in Chicago. Then they could just be like, oh, well, Wilson's healthy here, so let's go. Yeah. But from a fantasy perspective, I do have Wilson on a couple teams as a backup, and I don't see any reports saying that he's not playing on Sunday. Did that change? Sure.
Real quick, before you go to the next game, I want to make a couple points to prove how much I hate the Jets. I think
cold-blooded.
Number one, Devontae Adams is a quitter. He took his bag. He got his money. Didn't like the situation with the Raiders. And it looks like Antonio Pierce is trying to do the best that he can. And
let us know why you hate the Jets.
This dude went and he quit on this team, is talking this Aaron Rodgers love fest. And it's like, it's bogus to me. And they gave him what he wanted. Bullshit. But you know what? The Jets have taken on the money. So good for the Jets. Number two, Aaron Rodgers has to be the most overrated piece of shit diva I've ever seen. He threw Mike Williams under the bus. He was like, he didn't run the red line. Like, you can't go in the locker room and tell this guy on the side, like, dude, you didn't run the red line. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, you didn't run the route. You know, you were supposed to be there. He goes and tells the New York media this. Now there's reports Mike Williams is on the trade block, that they're going to get rid of him. Hackett was there. Saleh was fired after Rodgers was talked to Woody the night before. It is a shit show. But you know what? If you're a Jet fan and you want a taste of a championship, you're going to have to ride with this piece of shit. And I don't blame them. But he's going to make it. He's like a cancer, man. The guy should have had 3 Super Bowls. He's not a big game quarterback. Did it once. Good for him. But he points fingers at everybody. He even talked about penalties. Have you watched an NFL game? And I feel like most of America, my rant's almost over, most of America watches Red Zone. They don't watch a complete game. Watch the Giants game. Watch the flags fly. You know what I mean? Like, football's become unwatchable. It's become unwatchable. I don't need Aaron Rodgers to bitch about it. Aaron Rodgers, go scratch. I hope you lose. I hope you're right, because you'll make me laugh at everybody that makes fun of me that I picked the Jets in the preseason, because I think there's a lot of talent there. But I hope they lose. It's a win-win for me. You know what I mean? That's it. Done.
Cold-blooded. I think Aaron Rodgers has been on too many ayahuasca retreats. He's seeing like red lines. I'm like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? All right, moving on. 2 Monday night games this week again. Okay, I hate it. I can't stand it. It's so stupid. Just give us a Friday night game, for God's sake. You have it every other day.
Mix it up.
Mix it up.
Put a Saturday night game on there. You know, like
I'll take it. Put it on. Put it on Saturday. I don't give it Friday, Saturday, do whatever, but get rid of these 2 Monday night games. But anyway, there's 2 of them. The first one is Baltimore. They're -3.5 in Tampa. Give me the Tampa Bay, whatever the last name is. I forgot. Buccaneers. Yeah. Give me them. Baker Mayfield squad. Give me them all day with the points.
This is a good matchup too.
Should be a fun game.
This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one. I mean, shit. Tampa's what, getting 3.5 at home?
Yeah. It could be it could be a field goal game.
It could be. I mean, but Baltimore's been looking good, man. Yeah. Derrick Henry looks like Vince said a couple weeks ago, that was the missing piece that they needed, and it's shown all day long. I mean,
now it is.
He looks like he's young again. You know what I mean? Like he don't look like a 30-year-old fucking running back. That dude looks like he's in his prime. It's insane.
Look up what he is.
Until I see them really get knocked off that ladder because of the way they built this momentum over the last few weeks, I gotta go with them. I don't know why. Like my gut is just telling me Ravens, but it is on a Monday night. It is in Tampa. You know, if weather conditions play right and it's like 90 degrees down there, shit can happen in a different way where he might fucking tire out a little bit. But
They're gonna light up the
I
canyon.
like the Ravens.
I think anybody that picks the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is out of their minds. I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens right now, today, even Kansas City in there. I think the Ravens are the best team in football today. They are clicking on all cylinders. They got the momentum going from run game. They're playing their type of game. You know, I'm not a Ravens fan, but maybe they go get themselves a receiver, you know, that's out there or something like that. But the defense is playing how the defense always plays, keeps the games close, keeps them tight. That was a good back and forth game they had with Washington, but they came out because of veteran leadership, because they knew what they were doing. Lamar Jackson seems to be right now. You know, the preseason's now behind them, which was the first 2 weeks of the season. I think the Ravens will not only go in, it won't even be close. I think the Ravens will take care of business.
I don't know. The Ravens, they play those games. It's up and down, back and forth. They played it with Washington. They played it with Cincinnati, obviously, a couple weeks ago when they were my survivor pick. So I don't know what team you're going to get with the Ravens. I know they could score a will, good offense, good running game, but
you know with Tampa
man,
Bay,
it's tough.
You know what team you get with Tampa Bay?
A guy that's going to throw some picks that could determine the game.
And they're going to run the ball too. So it is going to be a running game versus a running game. Because let's not forget, they just rushed for like over 200 yards this past Sunday against the Saints.
Yeah.
Bucky, you know what I mean? So like
Bucky
they can run the fucking ball too.
Who is the other kid, Jules, to back up to Bucky?
Sean Tucker out of Syracuse.
Sean Tucker.
He would have been a stud. He would have been a first round pick, but he had like a heart condition. So I let him go undrafted. Came into the league last year, wasn't much, but he's getting right, man. And you know, he was a big deal in Syracuse in college. He really was. I like Tucker a lot. I mean, I'm rooting for the dude, and he looked great. I mean, I know people try to say it was garbage time, but like a lot of it wasn't either. You know what I mean? Like he was spelling Bucky pretty well. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, that's going to be a good game to watch. Like I'm going to definitely be paying attention to that one more than I will the other matchup on Monday.
And speaking of that one, the more you're talking about is the Chargers. They're minus 2.5 in Arizona. I've been on the Chargers like all year, but I think this is one game where I think Arizona just has a little bit too much more offense than the Chargers. So give me Arizona.
No fucking shot, bro. They're coming in there. They're coming in there with a fucking mission going on, all right? Yo, you literally have people talking shit right now that the fucking Swifties are going to fucking go fucking undefeated in their division because Devontae Adams is out of it. So they're already jerking off to that like, oh.
The Swiftie.
Yo, I think Harbaugh is that type of coach where he's going to be like, you know what? Someone's got to step up in that AFC West, and it's going to be my fucking team. Yeah, Denver's playing well, and I got them winning this week, but they just beat Denver, all right? So they're going to try to show them that this is the other team to beat in the AFC West, and the only way you could do that is by going into Arizona, who might not have their star player, Marvin Harrison. Connor is like a fucking injury toenail away from being hurt, all right? And then that team's going to be in shambles. Let's not forget they beat up on the Rams team after the Rams had lost Cup and lost Puka, and they literally played them in that week and fucking beat the shit out of them. After that, they got a fucking bullshit win, like I said, when the San Fran defense let up a thing and they won by 1. Other than that, fucking Arizona sucks too. They ain't no better. You know what I'm saying? They suck as much as anybody else. I think the Chargers go in and they get it fucking done on Monday night.
This is one of the harder games to pick. Because the Chargers, what's Herbert's status?
He's playing. He's good. Man. He's pretty fucking good to go.
Yeah.
No, but is he 100%? I know he's playing hurt, but is he 100%?
He's clicking now with that McConkey kid. He's fucking. They fucking discovered Vidal as a great backup to Dobbins. They're gonna start rolling. Their defense is sneaky good, man.
Well, there's a lot of star power.
They can stop the run, and if Marvin Harrison ain't playing. You really think Michael Wilson and company's beating them? Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta go with Arizona. I gotta go home team here. I gotta go Arizona. I just think
I'll see you guys on Monday.
This is the type of game nobody picked Arizona against San Francisco. Kyler Murray will run for maybe 2 touchdowns. You know, no Marvin Harrison, no problem for the midget that is known as Kyler Murray.
He's a little
guy. You see that? Now you guys
little guy with big heart.
more of that shit about what I've been saying, where they're just gonna fucking three-peat and have an undefeated season, all right? Because who's gonna stop them in their own division? Denver? Ooh, Denver's gonna get lucky again. No, Pat Mahomes owes them for fucking last year when he beat him, so he's gonna fucking shit on them too. That's it, bro. We're gonna see Swifties till we die.
Jules, I think the Chargers
Taylor Swift concert. Fuck watching the Giants.
I think the Chargers will get in the playoffs. They will get a wild card. I think they're that talented, and
you got to win this game. You got to beat a 2-4 team, not like the Giants.
That's not the NFL.
Wrap up the season. Wait a minute. At 2-4,
not the NFL. You've been making picks all year, and these types of games are trap games.
But Arizona at 2-4 was better, man.
I would not be surprised if Arizona.
No, keep it on.
That game. I wouldn't be surprised.
Jules, keep it on and end the show like that.
You know what? I will close out the show with this motherfucker, Rob. Because I'm so sick and tired of it, especially after you motherfuckers are picking Arizona to beat the fucking Chargers. Another 2-4 fucking team, right? Oh, they got
the Chargers are 3-2. You act like it's a big difference.
Playoff game. It goes against your whole thing that you said earlier in the podcast when you were saying how Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl and they got a longer leash. What the fuck has Kyle Murray done? He's making fucking Call of Duty commercials right now. He's getting more fame than that shit that he does in fucking the NFL. Like, I'm tired of it. 2-4 teams suck. They should trash the season and go for a quarterback. That's what all 2-4 teams should do, right? According to this fucking fan base. I'm sick of it. I said it earlier. If you're a fucking fan, you root for your fucking team. Yes, you could be frustrated. Yes, you could say that players suck. You're allowed to do that shit because you pay for it. But other than that, you gotta fucking not want to tank the fucking season 3 fucking weeks in or 5 weeks into the fucking year. I'm fucking over that, okay? If not, then this is how we all have to come. And this will be my fucking Halloween costume when we lose 3 more fucking games this month, all right? I'm over it. I hope everybody else is. We'll see you fucking next week. Fuck Barkley, but cheer for him on Sunday.
It's go Giants. It's so hilarious watching Jules with a bag over his head. Dog.
It is fun.
Wear that. You should wear that everywhere you go. Peace.